और नबील को डिस्कवर करने की भी एक कीमत है। बस यूं समझ लीजिए कि आप एक जौहरी हैं और आपने मुझ जैसे हीरे को डिस्कवर करना है। आपकी शक्ल देख के मुझे लग रहा है कि जैसे आप मुझसे बहुत ज्यादा इंप्रेस हो चुके हैं और मुझे एक अच्छी पोस्ट देने का सोच रहे हैं।
Gets that boundary. A half century for Sedikula, 5th consecutive 50+ score for Sedikula Atal, Mr. Consistent of Afghan Abdalian. 100 comes up as well.
And the feature of both of these boys is the ability to keep their head and pace the innings. They've shown that they've been able to think ahead. They're not playing any rash, hardly a rash shot, and they're equal to a pretty testy semi-final against a good opposition. This is a really good game.
Afghan Abdalian saving their A game against India. What a comeback it is after the jolt against Hong Kong. Will finish the over with a single. 9 came off it. 104 for no loss. Afghan Abdalian 104 for no loss in 12 overs. The semi-final 2. The Indian bowlers have never been tested this much in the entire tournament. And just the way both these batters have shifted gears has been terrific to watch. For any youngster watching, this is one of the ways you can definitely look towards constructing an innings. Oh, if it's there in the slot, it doesn't deserve to be in the park. Chahar is learning it the hard way. Zubey doesn't miss out on those.
Another wonderful shot. He's timed it beautifully. In fact, from his very first opening of his account, he's just middled it. Have a look at this. Lovely ball, does not move off the straight, but you still got to execute properly. And what this has done is given them a really good platform from which to push for 190. 190. Batting coach who are looking at 180, 185. I think it'll be a little bit more if they don't lose wickets. But it's the dreaded Nelson. 1-1-1 for no wicket. Suhas, what do you think?
Nelson for no loss. Oh, it's a no ball as well. He's also taken a single meanwhile. The only reprieve Chahar can perhaps get is that he's allowed to change his field, but it's going to be a free hit. And Sedikula is waiting gleefully for a free hit.
Gee, it's close, but the line belongs to the umpire. It just hasn't happened for Rahul Chahar. Now he's got a real effort to try and minimise this, because
dancing down the track, he's sent it sailing, and it looks like it's another no ball. The free hit will continue. Sedikula is asking, he doesn't mind. I'm going to treat every ball as a free hit anyway.
Gee, this is something different. I've not seen this. Experienced bowler, and he's digressed twice now in a row. Let's have a look at it. So his back foot landing is past the stumps. It's identical from the one before, very close, but surely you ensure that your front foot is behind that line. Third time, come on now, he can do it.
This was a free hit too, and this is even bigger, even longer. Oh, that cricket ball is looking like a golf ball in that vast black sky. And Afghan Abdalians are racing towards a wonderful total in the big semi-final.
Gee, this is when, as a bowler, you just want to dig a big hole and jump in it. I guess most bowlers would be going through this, but certainly not the no balls. Everyone's received a lot of runs scored off them, and this is not ideally the time to do it. Never is, but it's certainly in the semi-final, Suhas, it's very, very difficult.
3 sixes in the over already. Half an over left. Nightmare for Chahar. And in the mood that Sadikulla is in, the mood that Zubair is in, the boxer balls might have to come out, not just once, but many times. Yeah, mini meeting called. I feel like some man of few words. Today he's stringing together a slightly longer sentence.
Oh yes, spare a thought for the bowler. He is a very good bowler, but he's just struggled to find his rhythm, his confidence. And the wicket is really not helping either. It really is a nice surface it's coming on under lights. Certainly behaving differently in the second game to the first. So they're going to need these runs, and this is what they've done is given them a good platform to get 200.
If you want to teach your kids superlatives, show them Afghan Abdalian batting. Big, bigger, biggest, all in order. Oh, he's called for 2. He wants to put pressure on the fielders. And will get the second run as well. Calling has been terrific. He can hit the ball very far, and he can hit the ball softly as well. Sadikulla Atal, such a good cricketing mind.
And he can run fast as well. Have a look at this. He's a good sprinter.
A complete cricketer. This time it's inside the 30-yard circle. Still the single stolen. Big, big over in the context of the game as well. With a ball to go. 25 of it already. And there'll be more. Fielder in the deep is just a spectator. Yet another 6 in the over. 31 of it, 13 gone. 135 for no loss. $135 for no loss in 13 overs. Very animated, Tilak Verma. The current rate, they'll reach 208, but I'm very sure Atal and Zubair have their eyes on 230 plus. Talk about an opening stand. 135 for no loss. Come the big semi-final. Akib's gone for 12 runs and over in 2 overs. And Anshul's also taken a tonk. Chahar wants to look the other way at this stage. Didn't come off the right part of the bat. And sometimes that is the reason you're still out there, because there was a fielder in the deep.
But you get to the stage where every time they hit the ball and they swing the bat, you expect it to go to the boundary. Look at these selection of shots. Unbelievable. All going on the leg side. Help with a couple of no balls. And look at that. Long, long hits. All going straight to the leg side.
Afghan Abdalian, they're hosting a party in the middle. Good slower delivery. Zubair can afford a smile. Rasik hasn't returned the favour.
But just, again, if you're watching it carefully, you just get a sense what's their thinking. They're in control. It's not a case blindly of hitting. They are truly in control, and they are absolutely dictating everything that's happening.
Razik Salam's one of the tidiest bowlers today, apart from Tilak Verma, was bowled 1 over. Oh, very good delivery. The two things that are at work here. One, India A have decided to go the death bowling zone already. Secondly, he's going to rely on so many change-ups. Razik.
Well, if you look at his figures, it's really impressive given the onslaught that everybody else has received, except for captain Tilak Verma. He's only went for 4 runs and he's 1 over. Maybe he might give himself some more bowling.
Oh, really well dealt with. Good cricket. $70 or 45. Sadiqullah is so consistent. Slower delivery works once again. It's the back of the hand that works so many times for Razik. 14 gone, 137 for no loss. Just 2 of this. Download the ACC app now. All those lovely cricket fans watching, enjoying the game, iOS, Android, both the QR codes right in front of you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and do follow us on Instagram as well for regular updates. $137 for no loss. Never been tested this much as a skipper as well. Tilak Verma. Very good collect. Very good collect. Akib believes there was a bit of willow. Umpire doesn't, and that's what matters. The wickets column was so close to being ticked over, but it remains on 0.
Umpire has made his decision. Now what is he doing? He's having a little chat to see whether it carried. That's what they normally do. Can we have a replay? Where's Snicko? It's interesting, eh? They're pretty confident, the fielding team, that there was an edge.
The umpire's checking. I think the check would also be about that being a clean catch or no, or is it a catch in the first place? The front foot, Akib's front foot has not misbehaved. Zubair with his big back lift. They're also looking for the deviation. If it's there in the first place, perhaps. when you look at it from this angle, Dev, what's the story that it's telling you? Is that the bat hitting the ground as well, if the aural cue is what you're taking?
It's difficult on that evidence, isn't it? It really is difficult. I'm trying to make a decision whether he nicked it or not. Carried and the catch was taken, but I'm not sure we can give it.
It'd be interesting to see if the umpire wants to check if the catch was taken cleanly as well, because if that's the case, then he's suggesting that yes, there was contact between bat and ball. All eyes on the big screen, and it's given as out. Zubair cannot believe it. India pick up there first, and it's Aqib.
Sadly, he's got to go. He feels as though the umpire originally said not out, didn't he? And then they came together and referred it. And with the benefit of technology, it was given out.
That was a marvelous catch by Prab. And there was an appeal immediately from Prab Simran as well. Aqib before that had already started the chorus. And a wicket for Aqib. Oh, he wants that explanation. Wants that explanation. He's not too far away from a demerit point, I tell you. The coach is unhappy too. Dev, this is completely your territory. As a coach, is that the right thing to do? What are your thoughts on that?
Look, the umpire's made a decision and you were given out. Sadly, you've got to go. As hard as it is and how hard done by you think you've been, it's not a good advert. Best to score.
Oh, there's a response from the India A dressing room as well, India A dugout as well. There's a coach conglomeration happening in front of the referee. Navroz Mondal was somebody who suggested, yeah, you stay there while this is sorted out. Darvish is unhappy. Tilak's already started to plan the next half of the over, and he is walking. Yes, there was drama, but Zubairullah Akbar has got to go. He's played a terrific knock under pressure come the big semi-final. 64 of 41, 137 for 1. Afghanistan lose their first. 137 on the board. Sadiq still there, playing a magnificent knock, 70 of 46. And Karim Jannat gets to be at number 3 today with all his experience. Best of 120. 8 half centuries, 2 big centuries. Can he bring the fact that he's right behind his ears to the fore in a big semi-final? Starts to tick immediately.
And now what effect will that have? It was a break in momentum. Now the Afghanistan team have to gear it up again. And they've sent in Karim Jannat. And there's that replay. There was bat and pad and hitting the ground, everything. And finally referred, and then that OUT in red is never a nice vision when you're the one that's batting.
Big appeal. This time the bowler cannot believe it.
I'd like to see the replay of this. He was very, very animated. Thought it was very adjacent. There it is. He's gone back and across. Momentum, don't forget, folks, has been broken. Oh, look, I think umpire's call. Let's give it umpire's call. Can't refer it, but umpire's call. It was going that way, down the leg side, but it may have clipped.
Just get a feeling Akib wouldn't mind bowling to Karim at this stage. He's a new man in. Needs that momentum. Akib. Afghan Abdalian off to a terrific start. They've created the launch pad already. You could see them shuffle the batters according to big hitting prowess. Very, very rare dot ball. After a long time, it feels like a dot ball in an over. Bowled by a pacer. Last over, just 2 runs. This over, India pick up a wicket. Oh, played it with soft hands, but played it exactly where he wants. Yeah, that'll be 4. Karim's got his first boundary, and it'll make him feel much better.
And the objective from Afghanistan will be to now to get back into that momentum. And this shot will certainly help that cause. Again, I reckon they could have knocked it down and stopped the boundary. That's a little uncharacteristic. Again, I've seen 3 or 4 of those efforts.
Thakur Tilak Verma tested a plenty. 6 bowlers used, including 1 over for himself. Jannat wants to, but he's got to stick to a single. That's a very good throw coming in. Oh, what a roller coaster of an over. 7 runs and a wicket, 15 gone, 144 for 1.
.141, 144 for 1 as Ramandeep Singh comes on to bowl the 16th. Seen so much happen this evening in semi-final 2. Sadiqullah and Zubair. 137 between them for the first wicket. Promotion for Karim Jannat has gone quiet in this edition. Is this the moment for him to tee off? And the stage is set as well. Final 30 deliveries. Beautifully played. What a shot. Talk about the big sixes Karim Janat brings to the table, but the elegance as well when it matters the most. Very good evening, Sikandar Bak.
Good evening to you. It's been very eventful. First innings, 141 for 1 in the 16th over. This will surely be the highest score if they keep scoring that way in the tournament by a side batting first. Today is a different mood and plan by the Afghanistan A batters. They've kept the India A team under pressure. They've been looking for wickets, and not only that, they've been trying to stem the flow of runs that have been leaked.
Shy at the non-striker's end. We've seen a lot of drama in the last over, Sikandar. Zubairullah had to walk back for 64, but he was distraught in all of it. We saw two contrasting reactions and emotions. But fair to say, Afghan Abdalian are just piling on the pressure on India at the moment.
Yeah, you're talking about that last over when Zubair was batting. This is round the wicket, and appeal, everyone went up. The umpires didn't say much at that time, but then eventually went to the third umpire for some help, and third umpire Nasir Hussain ruled it out, much to the joy of the India A team. But then Zubair was very confused as to what the rule is. He was initially not out, and there was a bit of a chat there from the Afghanistan A support staff and the team manager and coach with the match referee, and then all settled, and here is Karim Janat. Slow one, and his catcher is the call, and gone for 4. Well, maybe you'd say there's certain level of error there in judging that one. Surely there was an opportunity, but didn't get that catch. Not only the catch was missed, the ball is also missed for a boundary.
Well, Ramandeep's not impressed with that effort by Ayush Badoni. It was in the air for a very long time. Yes, it was getting flatter and dipping on the fielder, but was Badoni a little slow to get around it or maybe attack it? And look at that for a reaction. Ramandeep has raised the standards, so has Ayush Badoni in the previous games. But tonight, Indians have just been under the cosh. 150 comes up as well, courtesy that boundary. Yeah, you'll have to depend on a lot of change-ups on this surface. Not seen India bowl too many over here. Sadiqullah, he's batted like a dream. Every shot has just caught the attention of everybody. India will need to attack and need to just find ways to get wickets.
They were scoring briskly, but all started off with Rahul Chahar's third over, where they went for almost 30 runs. He gave away none for 48 in his 3-over spell. That really got them going. 155 for 1.
155 at the end of 16 overs. Let's see your flashlights.
What an opening stand here for 137 runs between Zubair and Sadiqullah. Zubair departing a couple of overs ago. Karim getting a promotion. And this partnership already 18-11. Well, the unsung heroes, the men who are doing the hard yards day in and day out. It's the ground staff. Anup and his boys, we can see Mr. Ehtisham as well. What a fine job they've done across the square and the ground, dishing out sporting T20 wickets. And what an event this has been. The 6th edition of the ACC Men's Emerging Teams Asia Cup 2024. Big thumbs up to the Asian Cricket Council and a big shout out to Oman Cricket as well. It's been a collective team effort. Into over number 17. Good turnout tonight, and it's going to be Aqib. Work to do for the field and the deep, 2 for the taking. They'll get that comfortably.
Yeah, a little upset there, Tilak. asking his bowler to be waiting for the ball behind the stumps, not in front of the stumps. Probably there could have been an opportunity of a run out at the non-striker. We've come in big numbers to support their sides in this second semi-final. And why not? Their teams have played so well to reach this knockout stage. One more hurdle away from that big final day after tomorrow. And Afghanistan have been up to task to challenge the opposition tonight with 157 for 1, and we've got 3.5 overs to go. Sadiqullah Atal has got another big score. The tournament's highest is 95 not out.
That's Mr. Mazhar Khan, the assistant coach of the Oman cricket team. Very wonderful man there. He's done a lot for Oman cricket in recent times. Good evening, Mr. Mazhar.
Yeah, so 95 not out is his highest, and that's the tournament highest. Has a good opportunity to get 100, will be the first of this edition, the T20 format.
He's waited on this one. It's flat, but it'll go the distance. Kareem is teeing off. Afghan Abdalian looking to make the most of the final overs. And that was another very powerful strike.
Yeah, standing tall in the load-up position. He waited for that one. He got that desired length and height. It was the slower one attempted, and since he was all waiting on his back foot, he could easily dispatch that in that fashion. They're loving every bit of it here.
What a toss to win. And what an innings so far by Afghan Abdalian. Looking unstoppable. It's the top order might and power of Afghan Abdalian at the moment. Fuller driven in the gap. Work to do for Chahar. Will he be able to cut it off? Does well to keep it in. But they're very quick runners in the middle. Afghan.
Might be or should be given as a boundary. Straightforward.
Yeah, that should be 4. Again, you can see the point of contact with the ball as well as the foot on the rope is fair indication and evidence that that should be a boundary. India have really been on a leather hunt, and that'll be a boundary. Already 12 runs. Rahul Chahar has bemused him a look. Once he sees that in the replay, he'll agree with the TV umpire as well, Mr. Nasir Hussain. This means Kareem is back on strike.
Yeah, again, pressure on Aqib. He's been hit for a 6 and a boundary in the last 2 deliveries. 12 already in the over. 2 more balls to go. And Kareem Jannat finally coming to the party. As the shot played, he really drilled that one down. Got the gap also. No hand on to it. The chase was given. And just when he got in contact with that ball, his foot was on the rope.
What a shot. One bounce. Over mid-off. Back-to-back 4s. Kareem Jannat, the danger man, is teeing off at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Yeah, he's playing him straight. Length ball is not working for Aqib Khan here. It's just wrong. He's playing him through the line and it's just driving it through in the wee, just like that. It's right in the slot. And Kareem Jannat, on that missing form through the tournament, is now posted 28 of just 13. He's got 4 boundaries and a 6 already, and what a time to come back into form. The current run rate shows again that they might cross 200. Something's got to be done in the next couple of overs to pull this back.
Straight down the ground, powerfully struck. Ramandeep will keep it to 2. Another very good over here for Afghan Abdalian. 18 runs coming off it. It's 173 for 1.
173 for the loss of 1 Afghanistan.
Earlier this afternoon, Sri Lanka beat Pakistan and got into the final to be played day after tomorrow. India A, Afghanistan A, battling it out. One of them will join them. We'll have the final two by the end of the evening. And right now, the way Afghanistan A is batting, it seems like this is going to be a cracker of a game, because don't forget, India A has a very strong batting as well. It really depends, can the Afghanistan A bowlers replicate the batters' performance? Just get a feeling that the pitch is now just doing everything for the batters, just become easy. Ball is coming on. Round the wicket now, Rafiq Salam.
Chips it over mid-off. Beautifully struck. Look at the timing he gets. And each time the sweet sound of the ball hitting bat. That's Sadiqullah for you.
Really don't understand if the homework has not been done. Most of his scoring, Sadiqullah has been in the wee, mid-on, mid-off, long on, long off. You bowl that length, this is bread and butter for him. Have a look at that. And the fielder is up. Why would you bowl that length?
And now, as you say that, Tilak Verma will be prompted to make a change in the field. Rightly pointed out, Sikandar, he's more of a batter in the wheel. I'd ideally want to believe. Fine comes in, mid-off pushes back, but they're sticking to the same field. Once again, same delivery, similar result, back-to-back boundaries, and Afghan Abdalian are just going about doing their business in precision.
No, I really don't know. They're not learning. You've got to be quick on your thinking. You've got to understand his scoring areas. Bowling the same length, still the fielder up. And all he has to do is clear the 30-yard circle, and then is thank you. Not a movement from the fielder. Nothing he can do about it. This over now. 2 balls and 2 boundaries. Are there any changes coming up? The man has been pushed back now too long off, and Fine has been sacrificed. So in the circle, that's much better. Block the scoring areas as much as possible. Now Fine leg is pushed back again, and they brought backward point in.
Castled. A complete brain freeze moment here for Sadiqullah. Not the shot he usually plays. Rafiq strikes. The danger man walks back, and India breathes a sigh of relief. But what an innings by the southpaw. Has done the job for his team, as India quickly get into a huddle as well here.
Yeah, that's one way to get him out. He tries something which he usually doesn't like, and exposing his stumps. You got to give it to Rafiq. He's bowled a very full length, almost yorked him. He's gone under his bat. And finally they found a way to see the back of Sadiqullah Atal. Brilliant knock once again, 83 of 52, and Afghanistan A, 181 for 2.
Darvesh Rasuli, the captain, comes out in the 18th over. 24 years of age, over 1,000 runs. This man had a century in the warm-up games as well. The captain has gone quiet in this tournament, Rafiq Salam. What a time to get the wicket of Sadiqullah as well. Just may have saved a couple of runs here. Drags on. Sadiqullah goes, and after that, coming in the off cutter, coming in very handy. A mini break here for India.
Yeah, the change up works. The slower one deceives Rasuli. He tries to cut that one, gets into that deep in the crease position and chops it on to the stumps. Back of the hand, slow one, just a little outside off, and does the job. So back-to-back wickets with 181 for 3 now. The captain of Afghanistan A walks back.
bit of a comeback here for India A. Wicket-keeper batter Ishaq in the middle on a hat-trick. Slower delivery, nicely picked up. Ishaq will get a single. Very good over so far, considering he gave 2 boundaries in the first 2 deliveries. He comes back to take 2 wickets of the next 2 deliveries. Look at that. First to go was Sadiqullah, just playing all across it, and then the change-up, getting the better of captain Darvesh Rasuli. Rafiq Salam so often does this in the middle overs. Lovely delivery here. Back of the hand. Darvish playing too early onto that and dragging one onto the stumps into the final delivery of the 18th. Jannat's pushing for the second. Ishaq has responded. Brilliant running. Great commitment. And that's what Afghan Abdalian have done well tonight. Turned the strike, got the boundaries. 11 runs and 2 wickets coming in this over. It's 184 for 3. Very well run over here. Shirzad was running to the danger end, but look at that for a dive. Very early, you're really not warmed up. Your muscles are not stretched, but he's done well. 184 for 3 after 18.
Karim. Karim.
Well, the cheers are getting louder. A lot of colour here in the Oman Cricket Academy. Fans from both countries have come in large numbers into the final 12 deliveries. Pace from both ends. Looking good for 200 here, Sikandar Afghan Abdalian.
Well, the way they've been scoring through and through, more than 10 runs and over, there is no doubt that they shouldn't. I think Zubair and Sadiqullah will be quite upset if they don't get there. They should. We got 12, less than, what, 11 deliveries left. They should be able to get the remaining 15 runs or so. What a psychological landmark that would be. I think more than psychological, is just one to begin with. They've equaled the highest of the tournament. Pakistan A scored that earlier in the league games. Everything going for them at the moment.
Karim Jannat is in the peak of his powers and he finds the big hit. One more coming from his bat, the home run. And Afghan Abdalian now have the highest score in this edition of the Emerging Teams Men's Asia Cup.
Tell you what, don't bowl the slow ones to Karim Jannat. He's got a fairly good reading, and if you bowl length, you will be put away like that. He plays those T10s and leagues around the world. He's so used to this power hitting at the end of the innings that this is really something that he's been there and done that. Once he gets to see the ball the way he is watching it right now, it's better off bowling full and wide outside of. Take it away from that bat swing.
Digs it out well. Ishaq has always been on the lookout for the next run. Good comeback here by Anshul.
Yeah, Karim Jannat has an opportunity of getting his 50. He's 11 away. What a game we are having. I tell you what, you're watching this on your telly. This is not over. India A would be up to task with their batting, and they bat deep. They'll bring all their experience and skill into action today. They don't want to let this slip away. Everyone at the edge of the seats enjoying it. Even the Pakistan fans haven't left yet.
He's got plenty of bat on that. That goes over the field as well. Ishaq joins Karim. Reigning sixes at the Oman Cricket Academy. And they're on a leather hunt, Afghan Abdalian, this evening.
Wow, this is just amazing. You just feel as a team that you peak at the right time when it matters the most, and seems like Afghanistan A bats have just had a good lunch and breakfast.
198 for 3 in a semi-final. What an effort this after they were jolted by Hong Kong, China in their last league game. Talk about comebacks, talk about redemption. Here it is. Trying to bring out that scoop. Well, Zubair batted like a dream as well. Just took charge very early. Between him and Sadiqullah, he was the one dominating early on. And he really took the Indian bowlers by surprise. Just played in all parts of the ground, through the carpet, made full use of the power play as well. And the manner in which he readied himself for the big hits, he really took a liking for Rahul Chahar, hitting him for a couple of sixes in 1 over.
He saw all those shots, Mughal, and you just see everything has been over-pitched into the hitting zone, just like that, and they've been able to dig it out. 200 up for the first time in the tournament by a team. This is a special effort, I tell you. 201 for 3 with 1 over to go.
Brilliant batting in the middle. Belligerents, blitzkriegs all around by the Afghan Abdalian. Kareem and Ishaq now dishing out a partnership. And that was Sadiqullah Atal as well. 50s galore for him. The leading run scorer of this edition of the Emerging Teams Asia Cup. And he teed off in supreme style. Majestic is the word when he gets going. But the manner in which he played percentage cricket, picked his spots, absolutely dominated things in the middle, held by some very ordinary bowling as well this evening. They didn't miss out on the scoring opportunities. Openers striking 50s in the big semi-final. The left-handers getting everything right in the middle tonight. And the dugout certainly stood up to applaud them as well.
Afghanistan batters feel should have been a wide. Umpire Ghazi says, no, leave that to me. He's bowling around the wicket and trying to bowl wide outside off. We'll have the highest totals here, Afghanistan, and by any team rather. First time at 200 has been touched.
What a stage, what a time to get 200 plus. No team so far in this edition has managed to go past 185. That's high. Fielder getting underneath that. Oh, one-handed effort. Abhishek Sharma with that. Ramandeep comes around and keeps it to 2. One of those evenings for India in the middle where the ball has played hide and seek with them.
Got fingertips to it. Outstretched hands trying to get to it. He was inside the circles. He had to run backwards. And just there. Ramandeep backs up. Didn't get quite power behind that shot. 4 balls to go.
Slammed it again, straight to covers. Only a single over to Kareem Jannat. And he enjoys this phase of the game. They should be rather more relaxed. Sikandar?
Yeah, just I'll say maybe more composed. Looking at, is this enough? Here's a good batting strip. Maybe must be talking to their bowlers once they come back into that mid-innings break. You got to make sure that you don't let this slip away. This is a special performance. Power play bowling will be important.
This will have to be re-bowled. This is a wide. You can sense what the bowler is trying to do over here. Just trying to keep it away from the arc of Kareem Jannat at the moment.
Yeah, second time in the over, they've looked to get a wide if they've succeeded this time. He's trying to bowl that back of the hand. He's, well, messed it up with the red arm. Kareem will be looking to play it straight. That's where his power lies. Maybe move across outside off.
Right, did the batter move? Did the line extend? Kareem's not impressed. That's a dot ball. Good bowling here by Rafiq Salam.
Yeah, it's borderline, isn't it? Yeah, well, it could go either way. Maybe a step towards the ball has just saved him by Kareem Jannat. What's going on in his mind right now? 2 balls to go.
Looks to go aerial, looks to go big. This time he finds Abhishek Sharma at long off. Karim has to depart. Rasik with his third wicket. He's bowled well tonight. But Afghan Abdalian over 200 round will go for everything.
41 of just 19 would make that 20. The delivery that he was dismissed on. Got underneath it, flat, but it was straight to Abhishek. Makes no mistake, reverse cups that. Got some wickets now, Rasik third to his name. And what a knock he's played, Karim Jannat. 41 of 20. Afghanistan A, 205 for 4.
Sharafuddin on strike, final delivery. He sliced it. One bounce to the fielder in the deep. They'll only get a single. This is an excellent finish for Afghan Abdalian in semi-final 2. They finish on 205. Make that 206 with that single for 4 in 20 overs. And they've really put the pressure on the Indians when they come out to chase. That's because the momentum right now is with Afghan Abdalian. It's been a show where the batters have called the shots in the first half. And what an effort by Afghan Abdalian after batting first in this big semi-final.
And what a fantastic performance by the Afghanistan A team. It's been eventful 20 overs. With a lot of power hitting in that, with 205, 206 on the board at 10.3 runs an over. And that is how they've scored. What an opening partnership. And then through and through, everyone who came out cashed out on this good batting pitch and made the bowlers pay for any mistakes that they made in terms of lengths and lines. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch these young men battling the way they have in this second semi-final. A true T20-like game.
Take a look at the highest totals in this edition, and Afghanistan Abdalian right on top in the big semi-final. They've gone past 200 for the very first time a team has done so. Pakistan A got 185, India A got 183 against Pakistan in the earlier games in the league stages, and then 179 and 178. But otherwise it's been a batting masterclass by Afghan Abdalian tonight. An opening partnership of 137, Zubair and Sadiq both getting to the 50s in commanding fashion. Karim, promoted in the batting order, came and pulverized the bowling attack and decimated as well. Sadiqullah certainly called the shots. As many as 7 bowlers used, but it was only Rasik Salam who stood out tonight. 3 for 25 for him. But the man who stood up and stood out in this tournament has been Sadiqullah Atal. He's by the sidelines for a chat with Suhas Wedam.
Thank you, Mikhail. Sadiqullah Atal, fabulous performance first up. Tell us a bit about the surface out there and how you adjusted according to the conditions today to bat so well.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, Alhamdulillah for what our team did, not especially me. The wicket wasn't that much bad, but different to the others. Little bit slower when someone bowls slower. It will come to batsmen little bit difficult, yeah.
It looked like you had 2 shots to every ball and you prepared yourself accordingly. You were ready for the change in pace too.
Yeah, first I saw the fielders, then I decided where I have to play. So it's helped with me.
And finally, the big 6s and 4s were for everybody to see. Can you tell us a little bit about converting singles into 2s and the importance of that on this ground?
Yeah, in every format of cricket, you have to look for the singles and double as well. When you are always playing with the boundaries, so it will be dangerous. So when I get set, then I'll have to rotate the strike and hit some 6s as well.
Hope you're happy with 206 on the board. All the very best for defending this.
Thank you so much. We will try our best.
Well, he's been the man calling the shots in this tournament. We're all set for the chase, but this is a huge uphill, daunting task here for India. They need over 10.35 runs per over in 20 overs. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back,
that was hit hard like a tracer bullet. Tilak Verma get the confidence from this boundary hit hard and get himself like a tracer bullet. This is a total where there is no time where Tilak Verma can feel that he can play himself in. Once again up and goes over the fielder at mid-on. If you pitch in his half, Tilak Verma will not spare you. This is exactly what he has done.
So yes, you've got to keep up with that asking rate of 10.48, which means you need a minimum of 10 runs, 2 boundaries in an over. They've got that for now. And look at his eyes, wide open. Bounced on that one, field up in the circle, still in the power plays. This is where India need to capitalize. Change in the field, deep third comes in, mid-off pushes back. There's a deep square leg as well. All happening here. Taken on the full. Deep third was brought in. That'll be 4 more. They'll have to pick their spots and find the ropes as early as possible. Brilliant hitting by Captain Tilak Verma.
Yes, Tilak is getting into the minds of the bowler over here. Just have a look at him. 1 over point, 1 straight down the ground, and this one opening the face of the bat, making sure the ball runs away from the fielders. This is brilliant batting. Brilliant skills on display here from Tilak Verma. And Bilal will definitely have to come back to his line and length, bowl the hard lengths.
Overhit it on this occasion. 14 runs so far of this over.
Better length, this one, where the risk involved to hit it over the boundary line is much more than a full toss outside the off stump. The quicker the bowler realizes, the better it is. Indian dugout, concerned faces over there. They would want these two to carry on and build up a big partnership. This is well bowled. And 4 overs completed. India 40 for 1.
Highest targets chased in T20s in playoffs. Karachi Dolphins overall 210. Warwickshire overall 205. Lancashire and Leicestershire as well over 200 runs. And Royal Challengers Bengaluru, RCB, went past 200 to chase down that target. So it's possible in this format. Ghaznfar, what a spell he's in between at the moment.
Yes, he's bowled well. He's just taken some pace off this delivery, bowled it slower within the stumps. And Simran Singh just making sure that he's fully in control while looking to go big.
This is in the air. Field coming underneath. It's been taken. Second wicket here for Ghaznfar. Simran gets the leading edge. And India lose their second wicket. It's Afghan Abdalian all over the place at the moment in Oman Cricket Academy.
This is a big wicket in the context of this game. Simran Singh was looking great, hitting the ball hard every time, but this was not very short. And it went up high in the air. He ended up top edging this carom ball from Ala Ghaznfar. Perhaps the length wasn't there to pull, so he took a risk which did not come off. And now he'll have to walk back after scoring 19 of 13 as India are now 40 for 2.
What's it to be like Gazanfar at the moment in the middle? He sent back both the openers. And right now the batters are fearing an 18-year-old Gazanfar as 24-year-old Ayush Badoni walks out a best of 80. Player of the match in the last game of the league stages. This man can certainly punch above his weight. A dynamite of a batter. Very recently in the domestic league scored 165 in 55 deliveries. But it's this man. Off the mark is Badoni. Runs here. A little slow for the second run. Just wonder what's the body language there of Badoni. They'll come back for the third. Very nicely done by Tilak Varma, pushing his partner. I just said Badoni was a little slow off the blocks.
Yes, first ball, and he uses the pace and just taps it down, plays it very safely and smartly, in control. Firstly, he thinks that the ball is going to the boundary ropes. Then he starts to run fast and completes the three. And Tilak had a big part to play in completing that three. He was the one who was pushing Badoni for the third. In the end, making it easily. Wow. He's bowling well within the stumps, and the ball is just slightly holding up. And it seems as if the batters are not fully sure which way it's going to go off the ground. Once it pitches, he's enjoying himself. Gazanfar is in control out there.
Oh yes, Gazanfar is like that little schoolboy who's been told by his teacher to go play and have a nice time, and he's enjoying himself in the middle.
Well, this is the dismissal of Simran Singh, opting to pull the ball which wasn't there in terms of length, too close to him to go for that stroke, and in the end just holding out to the fielder at mid-off. Zanfar's last delivery coming up. Once again a dot ball, wonderfully bowled, taking 2 wickets for 14 as after 5 India are 43 for 2.
.43 for 2 after 5. Spin to win. Both the wickets going to Shorter ball, doesn't get hold of it, but enough to clear that infield. Darvish Rasuli gives the chase, cuts it off, and they come back for 2.
Well, this is the last over of the power play, so I guess the Indian team would like to take as much runs as possible and utilise the vacant outfields. 3 balls left.
Leading edge, gone! Captain Tilak Verma takes a leading edge and a catch has been taken at cover.
Yes, it's a very good catch, very good ball.
ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहाँ है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है। जिसको मिल गया वही लाइक और सब्सक्राइब। बताइए ये वाला इमोजी कहां है? आपके पास 5 सेकंड है।
game is just heading, hoping that 2 big overs can reduce that gap. 76 runs and 27 balls. Last 3 balls from Kes.
Yeah, you've got to get Ramandeep on strike. As much as Nishant Sindhu does it, better it is for India at the moment. Because their asking rate is only going to climb even with a single or a double. It's only the 6s and the 4s that will get India closer to the target. Now the pressure is building. Scoreboard pressure, the dot ball pressure. And eventually it has to tell somewhere. Just like that. It tells in a positive way. That sailed into the stands. He's looking good, Ramandeep. He's keeping the fight on. And he's keeping India in the hunt.
Well, what kind of pressure would the bowler have with so many runs in the bank? Look at that shot. He doesn't even want to look at it because he knows how well he's hit it. Well, Kes hasn't learned a thing. He's gone for 50 runs in 3.5 overs without a wicket.
Smart cricket. Will keep the strike for the next over. This has been a very good one as well. 17 runs coming off over number 16. It's 139 for 5. And 24. Ramandeep in the middle playing some delightful shots in the middle. A lot of crowd here for the Indian cricket team. And this man is certainly turning it on as well in the middle. Ramandeep Singh. 139 for 5. What a time, Sikandar. Take a look at the follow wickets today.
Yeah, that was a push into the covers, easy catch that. Then Simran trying to work it on the onside, got caught by the captain. And then the fast bowler gets Tilak Verma, getting that leading edge. And it's a really unfortunate run out. Nehal was looking good. And then followed by Badoni's wicket, high in the air, almost a collision there. But the Darvish does well to keep his eyes on the ball and almost injuring his partner in the process. 139 for 5.
Bilal to bowl the third over. He's picked that up and he finds the gap as well. That's firmly struck, took it on the full. He's a strong man, Ramandeep Singh. He's moved to 41 in 20. Runs coming thick and fast from his bat.
Yes, he will use the pace to his advantage. Bilal is quick, goes deep in the crease and makes it a low full toss. Plays it to the left of that fielder who's patrolling that mid-wicket boundary. No chance for him. Ramandeep 41 of 20. 64 of 23 required.
Yeah, they'll have to really run fast. They're putting the pressure on the fielder for the second. They'll have to settle for 1.
Imagine one big over here, 20 runs or so. When you really close that gap, the looks on those faces will change. They're hoping for that as well. On the edge of their seats. Karim Janat comes in. He's the more experienced of the lot. So he's just having a save there. Just to let his captain know what might work. Or maybe he's missing out a trick or two. Bilal doesn't really work with change-ups. He's only pure pace. So that's working for Ramandeep especially.
He's hit that wide of the fielder at long off. Work to do. And he does exceptionally well to keep it in play. Darvesh Rasuli, the captain, may have missed out with the bat, but in the field tonight, he's been a live wire. He's already taken 2 catches, and look at that for a save, Sikandar.
Yeah, one hand down, flicking it back. And making sure that he's not in contact with the ball while he dives over the rope. Well done. Saves 2 runs still this over. 7 already in 3 balls. Can Nishant do what Ramandeep is doing so well? That was a good shot by Nishant. Only to be stopped by Darvish.
This time to the cover fielder. That'll bring Ramandeep on strike. Right time has come to go after everything from here on. You need 25 run overs from here if you're sitting in the Indian dugout.
Get 2 boundaries or 2 big ones and reduce that score to 48. How deep is he in the crease at the moment, Ramandeep? No more space to go back. There, allowing himself some extra bit. 1 bounce stop, they're coming back for the second. Slide fumble allows them and Bilal misses the throw. Would have been a run out, but they finish off with 2. Just got a bad throw on the half volley maybe.
Nangalia Khan, the substitute fielder, has been kept busy today in the field. Good running here. Take a look at that once again. That ball just bounced awkwardly on the fingers of Bilal Sami, who's bowling right now, and he's receiving medical attention for that as well. But Ramandeep's innings tonight is just keeping India a bit in the hunt here.
Approaching 150 India A in the semi-final. 58 of 19. Just a bit of a breather while Bilal gets his treatment, and he's all set and ready to top up his mark. Last ball of the over. Ramandeep's knock.
Well, it's a lot of power that he imparts in his game. Not surprised tonight as well. That's the need of the hour, but the placement too. He's picked the length early, held by some ordinary bowling. He's played on all parts of the ground and some very elegant hits as well over the ropes. He'll have to re-bowl that. All right then, the equation 57 in 19. That required run rate 18. This partnership is now worth 50 in 25 deliveries for the 6th wicket. What a time to bring it as well.
Yeah, Ramandeep would love to have more strike, but it's also the last ball of the over. He cannot miss out on a boundary, so he'll go for both. He'll try for a big hit. If it doesn't happen, he'll make sure that he gets to the other side to face the next ball of the first over.
What a shot! That's in the gap. That's another boundary. 3 boundaries coming in this over. 15 runs in over number 17. That equation now reads 53 in 18. The 150 comes up. It's 154 for 5. What a partnership for the 6th wicket, 54 of 26. And Ramandeep Singh is playing some really powerful strokes in the middle. Big eyes, great shape, strong hands. And he accumulated 15 of the 17th over. Into the final 3, 18 deliveries, 53 runs to get. Nishant has played a very, very good handy innings so far, playing second fiddle.
$18 balls, 53. 207 the target.
Ghaznfar still has an over to bowl, so does Bilal. He's given everything behind that. What a start to the 18th over. That's a boundary. Make it 49 in 17 now.
That's a smart shot. Right place to pick, because after the cover fielder inside the circle, there's nobody behind him to cover it up. The length allowed him to smash it with a horizontal bat over that fielder, and then it's all the way to the rope. Great start to the over. The pressure will be on the bowler. 49 of 17. India conceded 62 in their last 5. They'll need a little more and it's possible.
That takes the outside edge. Third up in the circle, 4 more. Well, shifting gears is India A at the moment. And the left-right combination really getting runs here as well. 8 runs are the first 2 in the 18th over.
Yeah, and 4 boundaries in the last 8 deliveries for India A. They all count, whether it's an edge, past the keeper or over cover. This is an interesting semi-final here at the Oman Cricket Academy. 162 for 5. The gap is closing in. Ramandeep would be happy now. Nishant's bat is also talking. You need his partner.
That's been put away. That's the 3rd consecutive 4. Nishant Sindhu is turning it on. And India keeping this fight alive and trying to get as closer to the target. And all of a sudden there's a roar in the stadium as well.
Hat-trick of boundaries, and Rahman is not learning the trick. He's bowling full wide outside off, and he's allowing enough time, enough room for Nishant to open his arms up. And that's exactly the conversation now at the top of the bowler's mark, to understand what the bowler is trying to bowl so the captain can accordingly set the field. If he's going to bowl wide outside the off, then he needs more protection on the offside in the deep. The field remains the same. There's a deep point, there's a wide long off, and there's a cover.
Where is this one going? Straight to long off. After 3 consecutive 4s, fielders from long on, deep mid wicket and mid off coming to the bowler. Pressure on both the sides. This game is swinging momentums and fortunes at the moment.
Yeah, instruction was plain and simple from Darvish. Don't give width, bowl into the stumps, and that's exactly what he wasn't doing. Look at that. Width, boundary. Width, cut and boundary. Width again, and same thing, boundary. And the last ball that was a single was within the stumps.
Nicely bowled. 2 is the call. Ramandeep's running hard. Nishant responding well. Oh, he's been sent back. This is a horrible mix-up. And that's the end of Nishant Sindhu. He just didn't look at the batter saying no. He just took off Nishant Sindhu. And in the process, he was left stranded. Against the run of play, Afghan Abdalian strike. And this partnership worth 67 comes to an end. All happening here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Well, there was surely a call between them for 2-2-2. And that is what happened. Nishant committed himself for the second, looking at the ball. His partner never left. And at the end, the second run out in the India A innings in this semi-final breaks a very good partnership and ends that run flow that was coming from their bats. It's all happening out there. India A lose their 6th for 168, and Nishant Sindhu goes for 23.
Well, the adrenaline is high, cheers getting louder, decibels as well. Ramandeep playing a lone hand, had some support in Nishant Sindhu. Anshul Kamboj comes out to bat. It's the bowlers now who'll be giving Ramandeep company in the middle. Big break here for Afghan Abdalian. India A need 39 in 13. You got to give the next 12 deliveries to Ramandeep. Will he take the single or will he deny that? Final delivery of the 18th over. Got some bat on it, they'll get one. Can they come back for the second? And I'll tell you what, I'm not too sure if this is one of the greatest decisions, but Anshul Kamboj will keep strike for the next over. 38 from 12, it's 169 for 6. What a match unfolding here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Who will play Sri Lanka A in the big final on the 27th? It's advantage Afghanistan A at the moment, but India A putting on a fight. All happening here. And this is where the single of the last delivery of the last over will come back to haunt the non-striker at the moment, Ramandeep Singh.
Yeah, clearly he will walk down and talk to Anshul, telling him, big hits, not your job. Get me on strike. That's the run out there. They went for the first one. The call was for 2, and Ramandeep then just put a pause. His partner was nowhere. Well, you won't say he's thrown him under the bus. It's too loud out there, and suddenly they decided against it. Shot. He'll only take a single because he wants to be on strike, Ramandeep.
And that's the best decision Ramandeep could take at this stage, but nicely hit as well by Anshul. It's over to Ramandeep now, and from here on it's not Afghan Abdalian versus India A, it's Afghan Abdalian versus Ramandeep. Nicely fielded, brilliantly done by KS Ahmed. 37 in 10. 6 sixes from here on will take India close on the brink of victory. This man has done it in the past in the domestic circuit, Ramandeep Singh, but he's up against some very fine quality bowling in the form of Karim Jannat. What a ball.
Bringing his experience into play, more than 150 games for Karim Jannat. Saw him going deep into the crease and decided to go fuller, not to leave any more room. 37 of 10.
Fairly understandable. You cannot relax against an India A side. They were playing catch-up, but they're putting on a fight. Not easy to chase down 206 in a semi-final. They're 170 for 6 at the moment. 9 deliveries left, 37 needed. They have to push for 2. Anshul Kamboj has to come back. 50 up for Ramandeep, but that's not the point of discussion over here. It's how close he can take India at the moment. But what an innings. A gritty, valiant 50 by the middle order batter, Ramandeep Singh.
The rear got action, bringing in everything that he's got in his tank to get India A closer to that 207. That's the second look for the possible run out here. Yeah, short of his ground. Is it? Oh no, he's lost the ball. Has he thrown the ball on the stumps? Has it ricocheted off the stumps? Right hand, and he throws the ball onto the stump. Now, another angle would tell us clearly that the stumps have been disturbed because of the ball being thrown, or is it the high hand? Because the ball is going towards the left, it has ricocheted off something. There, it's going towards the left. Means it has hit the stumps. It's not just the hand. This angle. Well, this also doesn't tell us much.
I reckon his hands may have come into play. After losing the ball, this could be a close decision. It should be going in favor of the batter. Yes, it is. Extra run here for India. That's more important. But what an innings. A fighting 50 here by Ramandeep Singh. He's certainly come out there and caught the Afghan Abdalian fielders off guard, and the bowling as well. He'll keep the fight on. There's no option left but to go for the big hits. It's only home runs and boundaries. Karim Jannat, 2 deliveries left in this over. This is over covers, 4 runs.
Yeah, dug out by Ramandeep. He's trying to cash out everything as if he's got that shopping cart with lots of discounts on it. Anything that is within grab and reach, he's putting that away. Ramandeep is single-handedly trying his level best to get India across the finishing line. 7 balls, 31 runs. 6 sixes can do the job, and he can have 1 ball to spare to score a single. Ramandeep will be on strike for that last ball of the over. Now, what does he do? Keep strike or does he take a single? I think he'll go for the big one. You need more runs rather than keeping strike, because then he'll be leaving himself with 6 sixes.
Yeah, the idea is to go big over here in the last delivery and just hope Anshul in the next over, the first ball, gets a single and gets him on strike. Wow, what a match. Gets a leading edge, will fall short of the field and long off. He'll get a single, he'll keep strike. Equation 30 needed of the final over, and it's Ramandeep on strike. 177 for 6. Sri Lanka A in the final. Will it be India A or Afghanistan A? In a little over 5 minutes, we'll know that as well. India need 30 of the final 6 deliveries. Here we go, Abdul Rahmani to bowl the final over. 1 for 23 for him in his 3. Shot third, shot fine. There's a long off. Deep extra cover, deep backward point. There's deep mid wicket and long on as well. It's 6 all the way from here. This one's in the air. He's not quite connected it. He stands his ground. He'll want to face the next 5 deliveries. Dot ball to begin with.
Yeah, 5 balls, 30. It's still gettable. It could be a no ball somewhere. Everything's possible, all the equations.
Dalian in the crowd. You can send some cheers. And Indian fans could just be walking out as well. What a delivery to dish out.
This could be one of the best Yorkers under the circumstances. Pressure is on both sides.
Got a lot of willow on that. Case and Sadiqullah both patrolling the deep over there, and both couldn't really cut it off. Yeah, India just conceding way too much towards the end in the first innings, but what a fight back. They're a champion side. They'll need to pride over this effort, Sikandar.
Yeah, towels have come out, means it's wet conditions. The bowler has just wiped the ball, taking help from the umpire. 60 of 31 for Ramandeep. He's really made this match interesting.
Oh yeah, the slow off cutters have done the trick over here. On this surface, we've seen the change-ups really coming in handy and making life difficult for the batters. Afghan Abdalian look all set for a memorable night.
Yeah, it's the hard work that they've come all the way. They got only 1 jolt when they were beaten by Hong Kong. China after that, they've come back strong. This over, 3 dots and a boundary. 2 balls to go in the second semi-final here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
Nicely done. In the gap, 4 runs. 22 of the final delivery. Nod of the head. Just realizing that it's all come a little too late and a little too much conceded as well when they were bowling. He's played a very good innings, Ramandeep, but this comes in a losing cause.
Last ball of the semi-final. 22 is the score, but what a match this is.
It's not done yet. We still have another ball to be bowled. Well, excitement in the Afghan Abdalian dugout. Zubairullah, all smile. Sometime back he was miffed with a few things in the middle. Afghan Abdalian lost that last league game of theirs to Hong Kong, China, when they made a host of changes. And tonight, after a side to watch out for, in the peak of their powers, they have played quality cricket. Here we are, final delivery of semi-final 2. That's in the air. Fielder getting underneath that one, and it's been taken. Spectacular, and that sums up the evening and the manner in which Afghan Abdalian have played their cricket. They storm into their first final in the Emerging Teams Asia Cup 2024, and they beat the much fancied in-form India A. What a performance. They win by 20 runs.
Yeah, that last catch tells you their commitment levels. I mean, the match is done and dusted, but still diving around the ground and taking those catches. What a performance that has been. And Mughal, 2 subcontinent cricketing giants have been eliminated today. Pakistan A in the afternoon and India A in the evening. A first final in the Emerging Teams Asia Cup for Afghanistan A, and what an effort that is. You truly deserve to have that final berth. India A tried, Ramandeep tried, but the runs were way too many. Eventually the margin of victory is 20 runs. First time in the tournament a side scored more than 200 runs, batted their heart out and then defended that out there, and they have made themselves a perfect berth in that final day after tomorrow against Sri Lanka A.
A sigh of relief for Darvish, a sigh of relief for all these fans. An injection of belief as well, that they're one step closer now to the ultimate dream. This was a side that had to rediscover itself after the last loss to Hong Kong, China. They come back fighting. Humble, a star-studded India A.